what was that one mod you guys had in the PvP
Oh, wait.
realm where you could queue up?
AV Enabler?
Yeah,
AV
I wonder
Enabler.
if somebody's going to come out with a mod to up the Coliseum.
Yeah. You know, you can still do that now in live, where if you queue all together, just on voice, you know, if you and I were in this conversation together with a group of guys and we all were together in Skype or raid call, and you just queue all at the same time, do a countdown to queue, that's how we get past the 5-man limit in BGs. It still works. So Blizzard would have to implement something to randomize it somehow so that that doesn't work anymore. So it's still possible, we just have to queue together. And I bet we can, you know, get in there and go buddy.
Because I know people are going to think, I don't necessarily want to do it that way. I like to rob, but you know, there's always somebody that's the system will be broken, right?
Yeah.
So
you're probably going to throw a randomizer in there.
One of the reasons why I called, I don't know if he's still there. I think he's a sub, I believe. His name was it Doctor or Damage or something like that? Damage. He asked if I had any tips on growing the channel, right? And basically it was too much to type, so that's why I thought I'd call you guys on Skype.
Cool, anytime, dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go for it.
See, personally, I think I got kind of lucky that my first one went viral. Could you imagine if it didn't? Maybe I wouldn't have had the passion, but I did something different. And we're all different. Like Snaps is doing his thing. You do a lot of video editing. Every time I swing by the stream, I see it. And sometimes my stream, my lowest numbers is video editing, but I'm not the connoisseur like you. Like I do good, but you do fantastic. So it's kind of like you know what I mean? You got to be yourself. Otherwise, you'll lose it in the long run. You'll drive yourself nuts. And
there you go.
Secondly, what else do you want to? You just want to put out as best of things as you can. And I hate to say it, today it's all about frequency on YouTube. It has to be more frequent. People are looking for media, and if it's out of sight, out of mind, and the thing scrolls a lot faster than it used to because there's so many, right?
Yeah.
So you want to at least be seen. And I don't know. I think thumbnails are important nowadays. They're really important compared to how they used to be. Of course, thumbnails back in the day, some people got away with using cleavage shots, right?
Oh, I remember those guys. We're talking with Wow Hobbs, and he's giving some tips and tricks on growing your YouTube channel and your Twitch channel. And Hobbs has been doing this for a long time, so guys, listen very carefully to his advice because it's very important.
I find Twitch is easier to grow. Twitch is easier to grow because you can network between each other. You can, you have to be online to grow, though. Do you ever notice that? Like, whenever you're online, you get more followers because more people are finding your channel. Like, it's kind of like you need your thumbnail up there. I'm not saying to do, like... See, Swifty does something different where he's always online, which has its advantages. See, and I've thought about it, but I also know that it has some disadvantage because sometimes people, they might not realize that you're putting on the performance. But I'm sure a lot of people just drop in just to see is he really live or not, like probably 2-3 times a day, which probably helps a lot too. So I've thought about that as well. But for a newer streamer, I don't know if that would be a good way to go or not, right? Because...
Yeah. I don't think it would work, actually, for a new streamer as well. I tried to do that one time where I just streamed my chair for 24 hours, and people got pretty upset. They didn't want to see that. Swifty doesn't, and people do get upset with Swifty's couch. Actually, Swifty's couch is a celebrity right now, but he also has the gaming house, and he's been working a long time at building that. So it's really a different situation. I don't think you can just up and do a 24-hour stream and stream your couch and think that it's going to work. It's not, because people want to see content. Just like Hobbs says, it has to be something unique. You have to be yourself. You're not going to be able to convince anybody of anything if you're not really being yourself. You know, Chinglish is himself, Swifty is himself, right? You know, the Swifty you see on the live stream is the Swifty you get, you know, IRL. He's just silly and stuff, right? And same with Hobbs. With me, I just do it how I do it, and that's what you guys have to do too. And you have to be. And then Hobbs also said you have to be frequent, so that means consistency. You got to be doing it all the time. If you only stream every once in a while, you lose a lot of viewers. Even Swifty, I had Swifty on the phone just like I have Hobbs, and when it was a year ago, about a year and a half ago, when Swifty just started Twitch. You know, Twitch was getting big, and he already had a Twitch channel, but he was starting to, you know, stream a little more often. He said, if I miss a day, I notice my viewers go down just from missing a single day. And so he was actually talking to me, trying to figure out, how do I keep my YouTube up and stream every day at the same time? And it was a big struggle. And I think it's still the struggle that YouTube content creators and streamers are facing today.
Yeah, well, I don't know why it's like that. And if I take even a few days off, which sometimes you have to do in life, I hate to say it, but especially in streaming, right? I don't know. Let's say you're going on holiday or you're doing something. It's, I've seen, who was it that had, Towley had, I remember he went on holidays for 2 weeks and he had guest streamers for 2 weeks while he was gone. Like other people showing up. Yeah, and I did that once. I had a gentleman on my show. I wasn't able to be home for the, it takes a lot of trust, so to have somebody on your stream. You know what I mean? Sure,
of course, yeah. Of course, yeah. Jonesfin is here.
What's that?
Sure. Oh, I just said Jonesfin is here. A couple of new people coming into the stream. We're just having a chat with Wow Hobbs, and we have a question that says from Afa Martin, who just subbed tonight, says, when did you guys first get into WoW? And I guess, you know, I'll go first. I got into WoW during I wasn't in vanilla. It was actually Burning Crusade. I think the very beginning of Burning Crusade that I got into WoW, and it was my little sister who got me into WoW. And I started off leveling a fire mage, and played mage PvP and PvE for a couple of years before I ended up going paladin. And it did not take me just a couple of days to get hooked on WoW. I told myself I wasn't going to get hooked. I says, you know what? This game is for nerds. I don't play MMOs. I play shooters. Those are cool. I'm doing this so I can hang out with my little sister. I started playing the game, and that was it. I love the game. I got hooked on it. I met the people. The people were amazing, and it was all downhill from there. How about you, Hobbs?
I started right when it first came out, and I'd like to say, like, I know I read about it for 2 years before, and I had it all planned. I knew I was going to power level just by the description of a paladin and based on the games I played before. But what happened was, when the game came out, I didn't buy it and play it day one. I held off for a while just because I just knew me. I knew that the moment that I got back into it, it would take a lot of my time. So I held off. I don't know how long. I'd like to say 2 months, but I don't think it was that long. But I waited, and even my wife said, I'm surprised you haven't bought that yet. I said, no, I really want to. I just didn't. I just, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of, and then I got it, and then it's been ever since, pretty much.
Nice.
A long time.
Ooh, I've got a question for you. Have you ever considered, because you've been known for some really epic pulls, and I see you still doing a lot of that where, you know, you're very calculated about how much you can get your pally to tank. And have you ever thought of multi-boxing? Has it ever crossed your mind to try something like that?
Once with 2 PCs, but I've never with how many accounts are you thinking?
Oh, any level of accounts. I think that the bare minimum of multi-boxing would be 2 accounts, and
I've done
the maximum would be, there's the sky's the limit. What we have prepared that has 70 or more, and apparently the EU guys, I've heard some reports that there's some bigger guys over on EU that do it.
But they're going to be nerfing it, aren't they? Putting a cap on it?
Yeah.
WOD? What's the cap? Like 30 or 15 or something?
The last time I heard, and I'm sure that there's been some changes, and I haven't had an update in a long time, but the last time I heard it was like 25 or something. And so,
wow.
You can still $20. That's basically half a raid. But I think that the reason that they're doing that is because I think what Prepared was doing was, he's a great multi-boxer. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to, to sound negative or anything, but you guys that have been on Darkspear knows that when all of his guys are in one area and he drops all the totems and he drops all the abilities and he fires them all up at simultaneously, it creates a very strange phasing environment and a very laggy environment that's essentially unplayable for people in the surrounding area. So I think that Blizzard saw that going on and they just didn't know a better way to take care of it other than, hey, let's just nerf them a little bit and, we can manage 25, but we can't manage 70 or 80 plus.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, multi-boxing, it was just me and Dynatrix, but I had him on another computer. So I would, and 2 keyboards, 2 mice, and I would just kind of move. It wasn't huge multi-boxing. It was just, and I record on both, and then I transfer the footage over so they have 2 camera angles of him dinging and everything else like that.
Cool.
I want to bring him back a little bit.
My wife plays, so I've got 2 accounts, and I could try it. I mean, I think I tried it once before a couple of years ago with some older multi-boxing software where you can kind of network your computers together, and when you press a button on your keyboard, it sends it out to the other computers. And I found it to be very difficult, but apparently there's some new software that makes it a lot easier. So you have to, it's a big to-do, but I think once you start it, you get really hooked on it. So it's a good idea that we don't try it, because I think once we do, we'll be like, I need more accounts.
Okay. Well, buddy, I'm going to take off. It's time to sleep. And you take care and have a great stream and try the Coliseum out tonight.
All right, man. We got to go in the Coliseum. Thank you, Hobbs, for stopping by and giving us a call and joining the stream tonight.
No problem, man.
We'll see you next time, man. Have a great rest and look forward to watching that video tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool, guys. That is so fun every time Hobbs comes in. He's a super nice guy and definitely one of my favorite YouTube celebrities. I'm still a fanboy of those guys, the big guys on YouTube. He's got so many subscribers. Fantastic YouTube channel. So yeah, it's so cool that he calls. Let's see who has joined the stream. Glorenz is here. Mimi actually found me through Chinglish. That's cool. I'm always curious how people found me. By the way, I'm rendering something in the background. That's why we're just kind of talking and hanging out. During the stream is not the best time to render, I must admit. But I wanted to see how far I could get with this and see if I can at least get it so that I can make an intro. We might have to do the intro giveaway next time because these do take a long time. Plus, I want to get this so it has some effects and some cool stuff going on, and that can actually take a little while to kind of fuck with. So next time we'll do the giveaway, unless it finishes really fast, but I think it's going to take a while still. Let's see who else is here. Sheps is here. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Skylusion came in during the time I was talking, and so did Jones Finn. Who else came in? Do you guys want to play some WoW? Should we? I know that WoW was down earlier. Should we try to go in and do what Hobbs suggested and try to find the arena? I don't know how to get back to the Hulk. I gotta find out how to go to my garrison. Maybe you guys can help me. I've been so tied up in PvP that I haven't been working on my garrison, so I don't even know how to get there. But I'm sure you can port to it pretty easily. I don't know. I saw Kolo here. Sea Piper says, prepared honestly pissed me off and I didn't like that he multi-boxed. Kolo says, prepared is the reason all of Darkspear tunes didn't have gear, because even if I get the conquest to buy the gear, the vendors are dead. It's true. But it was weird. because he would camp the vendors for like 8 hours a day. And Kolo